What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Loud Spot. I'm your host, Sebastian. We had the opportunity to talk to Bam Margera's manager, Jack Daniel. There was an incident that was on TMZ that he's here to tell his side of the story. I also want to thank Jack for coming onto the podcast. It was great hanging out with you this weekend, and I can't wait to do more episodes with you. So without further ado, before we even do that, I do want to remind everyone to please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, share, and comment. And here we go. What's up? I'm sitting here with Mr. Jack Daniel, and we are at Oklahoma City Pop Culture Con. And I had the pleasure of meeting Jack the other day. We kind of became friends, and he has some interesting stories. He is an agent manager. What would you tell?
I would say more of a manager. I mean, I basically just book them and take care of them, and everybody's got different things that I do for them, whether it's an appearance or handling one of their personal deals. But I don't know what we call each other these days. So pick a name, whatever you want to call us.
And how'd you get into that?
I was actually a photographer on the scene doing a lot of bands before they blew up. Marilyn Manson was one that I took pictures of back in the 90s, Matchbox 20. Mm-hmm. And it was weird because it was a time where, you know, the bands that were nobody that I was allowed to take pictures of were the only ones that are like, yeah, you can take pictures. Yeah, cool. And then those guys became the biggest ones, like Dave Matthews and so on. And so it was weird. I was becoming friends with all these really big names, and
kind of surreal at some point.
It really was, because you watch them go from 20 to 50 people to thousands. And, you know, now it's crazy because those people have been my friends for 20 years, and it's wow, 20 years is a long time to go. Those are my friends. So
yeah, man. Well, I want to talk about what we're going to talk about is,
I know we're getting into the elephant in the room. I know what it is.
So there is a video that is on TMZ. And I don't know how soon after it leaked, probably the next day, because everyone fucking put shit up.
It leaked within an hour of us being there. I hadn't even been off the train. Here, let me.
Did you know before? No one even knows what's going on yet. Do we know it? Did you had a feeling what we're going to talk about leaked before it?
No,
leaked?
I didn't. I got a Facebook message, and my mom called me and said, "Are you all right?" And I'm like, "Oh fuck, oh shit." It was really weird because him and his wife are fighting all day, and it was really bad to the point where that's really what set him off.
Okay.
So I was like, look, the hotel doesn't want us in there because you're making a scene. Let me bring you to the venue early because you can just drink in the bar. The ladies like whatever you want. I was just trying to get him in a room where he just would chill out.
And here we're talking about, so people know who we're talking about. We're talking about Bam Margera. Yeah. Okay.
So I basically got him in a room, and I was like, dude, you just need to calm down, like chill out. Sold out. We already missed the first show because, you know, we had to cancel the first, so we're doing the second show. He was just on something, I don't know what.
Can we play the video?
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, this is gonna be
painful, but I'll watch it.
Is it painful?
A little bit, but I'll watch it.
Okay. All right, let's watch it. Here we go. Play it right now, courtesy of TMZ or whoever else put it on YouTube that I got it from.
Put it on. Fuck you.
We told you to. We came early because you said to come early.
Where is Benny Beetle? His name is Scumbag. Benny Beetle. He's the guy that's responsible.
All right, we'll go
I was in that situation.
Get my Range Rover and take me home, you fucking pussy.
Yeah, and what they didn't see was later he hit me again.
I'm going right now. Going. Goddamn, I don't know. I'm going. Motherfucker. Okay, all right. I'm going right now. What the fuck, man? Take me home.
That was you saying, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, I mean, I had never seen him this way, and that was the weirdest thing.
What provoked him to get so upset?
You know, this was a period in his life where people were slipping him shit, and he wasn't knowing what he was taking. And I really, truly believe he had never disrespected me before, really never been mean to me, and always been, like, always cool, always. I mean, he calls me all the time. You know, we were really close, and I have to blame it on drugs, you know. I mean, but like I said, when you go from seeing like he was glazed over, he had this look, he was just a monster that night. And
did he immediately apologize the next day?
No, because he didn't know what he's doing for 3 days.
Oh shit! Okay.
So the shitty part was these two fans that showed up that helped us drive in New York because I do not like driving in New York. They offered to drive him home, so I gave the keys to these kids, and they were like, we were going 80 miles an hour, and he threw a fucking big Grey Goose bottle or whatever vodka it was, and smashed the inside of the window while they were driving. So they got to the castle. I had already taken a train and called to get a ride. Mm-hmm. And he had 2 houses at the time. So I went to the castle where he didn't go. And then he had another house that he lived on that was but fans didn't know about that house. So, he was like, if you're at my other house, I'm going to kill you. So I was like, dude, I'm leaving. Fuck this. I don't need this drama. So I ended up going to an event there in New Jersey. That night I went and stayed and went to Monster Arena. I had an event anyways. So that was the reason I had back-to-back events.
Right.
And then I remember going into the room, and the first person I saw in the room, everybody was afraid to talk to me because they didn't know what to say to me.
Because everyone just saw that video leaked, and they're like,
saw the video, and it was
they're thinking you're embarrassed, and
and the next day they see me, and Meatloaf was the only one that actually acknowledged me and said, "Hey Jack, come over here. We're gonna go drive and kick his ass, and I'll fuck him up for you." And I was like, "No, cool. I'm cool. We're good. We're good." And him and his wife was so nice to me. And then, a couple other big name celebrities that were in the room came over and said, "Hey man, I'm so sorry." I mean, a lot of people reached out to me. Were like, "Man, that shouldn't."
Yeah.
But it's kind of like when you're a blackout drunk or like when you're on drugs. You don't really know what you're doing. You can't fault somebody. Do
you think it's worse having the pressure of as a celebrity and also then you're intoxicated? Do you feel like it's easier because you've dealt with a lot of celebrities and different people? Do you think it's easier to get frustrated or I guess lash out?
Well, when your whole life is in front of a camera and you can't use the bathroom or go anywhere, everybody knows your name and everybody's saying your name, or they tell you some story about how they know you or they met you 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You can't really, he's really nice. He's very humble and he's always been super cool to everybody.
Yeah.
And I will say this, no matter where we have been in the airport, how tired he is, wherever, his house, whatever, he's been very nice and gracious to all his fans. I mean, he's actually giving people money and help people. And nobody sees that side of him giving money to people, helping them out, or buying them a plane ticket to get home, or whatever their sob story is.
Because the TV's not going to play that. They want to show. They're going to do the stuff that's going to ratings, right? They want the ratings.
They only want to see the wild stuff, but they don't see, the things that he's done. And the sad part is, people that are supposedly his friends aren't his friends. So they use him, and it's just such a shame to see. When I came in, I was kicking people out. I was keeping people away. I was trying to figure out.
Trying to calm them, because I guess there's a situation already there that was going on.
His parents are like, look, good luck with that shit. We've been doing this for years.
Yeah.
And I will say this, Phil and Abe are a godsend. They were wonderful people. They've driven me to the airport, let me stay at their house. I've stayed at Bam's multiple times, and wonderful people. I don't know how they do it. I will say this. His whole family is extremely overwhelmingly nice, and I will give them that. Whether they get mad at me sometimes, and I know the other Jackass guys have been voiced their concerns about me, but that's because of years of people using them, and they don't know. But I will.
You don't never know who you can trust almost sometimes when you're like that,
I mean, Steve-O, I've had conversations. He's called me. I've talked to him. I called him, and he's like, hey, instead of pointing fingers, Steve-O's like, okay, so here's what we should do so he doesn't do this, and we all should be on the same page, or here's what we all need to do. And I really respect that. And he will just tell me what he thinks. And, whether I'm claimed as a manager, I didn't want to be known. That's why I would always be able to ask this. I don't want to be anybody to know I'm his manager. I don't want people to know. I know people always want to claim something, but I didn't.
Right.
I didn't want anybody to know. I always purposely never tell anybody, but people know. I mean, obviously the guy in the video they see. And so they say, are you still his manager? I was like, I don't know, because he's been in rehab and he's been getting better. So whatever he needs, I'm there as his friend first.
Right after Jack and I went to an arcade here in Oklahoma City a couple days ago, and I was talking to him right as soon as I went home. I googled Bam Margera's manager. First thing that comes up is that TMZ video, and I was
exactly.
like,
I mean, whatever. It is what it is. I mean, I'm past it.
You guys are great now, right? You guys are friends.
I talk to him almost every other day. We do, text a lot. He's a good.
You're busy. Your phone's always going off, man.
Yeah, but he's not the only person to represent. And that's the thing that I tell people. I'm not one of those name droppers. If you ask me and you happen to know who I represent, cool. But who
else do you represent?
I'm not telling you. You can eat my dick. How about that? I represent your mom.
So sorry for you.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna teabag that bitch later. Anyways, no, I believe in just being nice and humble, and I'm very fortunate to do what I do.
Yeah.
And there was the pandemic that killed for us for a while, but Anthony Michael Hall has been a really wonderful person that I've worked with, that people have seen me with. But that's the other name I won't say anybody else. But
that's cool. Yeah.
But I will say that he's a very super cool guy, and I respect our friendship, and he's given me a lot of advice. And like I said, those are the guys that you want to listen to because they've been around and they've seen a lot of shit that they've gone through themselves. So
and I'll tell you, this guy right here, I've seen him running around this place like crazy. Super happy to meet you, man. I mean, it's been fantastic knowing you, and we're gonna stay in touch. Next time you want to come on the podcast, do it. I want to get Bam on, so we're gonna try it. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to convince him to get him on sometime early fall. Let's go with that.
All right,
man. All right. Jack, we'll talk to you soon.
Eat my dick later.
This is the Loud Spot outro by Nothing Short of Tragic. Is this all talk with no action? No. Is this my thoughts with distraction? No. Is this what I bought that's in fashion? Or is this the Loud Spot with Sebastian? Yes. Does Nothing Short of Tragic have his back again? Does everything that's good really have to end? A big host has to pimp show, so to get more episodes, make an order, this is over.